Our guest today is the second of 7 children. His father told him that he would be his first lawyer. And indeed, his father ended up having 3 lawyers. And like he rightly predicted, Wemedi Monwuko was the first. And like you all know, he's not just a lawyer, he is the first and only known lawyer in Nigeria to become a senior advocate and a life bencher in a single year. The question we're answering in this edition is if Wemedi Monwuko found his father's wish as an imposition or a prophecy. We also want to know how he became so sure that he was born to be a lawyer, and ultimately learn from his story how we all can find out what we were born to do too. Watch to the end.
I was born in 1964, and as far back as my primary two, I think, if not one, but primary two I can remember very well. 1972, my father would call me and said, "You will be my first lawyer. You'll be my first lawyer." Well, with 7 children, 7 living children, he must have known, or before he would say, "You'll be my first." I remember first. I underlined that he would say, "You'll be my first lawyer," and I don't know how he knew that he would have more than one, but he used to say, "You'll be my first lawyer," and now he has 3. Yeah, he has created 3. Myself,
and you didn't even you fulfilled that prophecy
as being the first lawyer.
Was there any point on your time you felt he was imposing, or was that prophecy the reason in the first place you took up law?
No, my father was an untrained psychologist. He didn't have formal education, but he could reach you and father you the way you can, but tailor you to meet his own the vision of his life. So when he called me and said, "You'll be my first lawyer," first I didn't even know what was a lawyer. As far back as that time, I didn't know who was a lawyer. He's the only one who had an idea of what a lawyer was. And let me tell you how he had that idea. He said around 1962, as a young person in the service of the then Eastern Region government, he was a court messenger. And those times, messengers were like mobile policemen. They were very strong. They were very dreaded uniform people. And so they would go out to collect taxes. They provide all manners of security for the civil society. And they went out on a particular occasion, and somebody was, in the course of trying to arrest a tax defaulter, the person was seriously injured. And it was a team. So all of them were charged to court. He had to defend himself. So he hired a lawyer back at that time. He had a lawyer, and he paid the lawyer, and that took him to have the first contact with the lawyer. Yeah, because he had to hire a lawyer to defend him in the case. Since the lawyer could successfully defend him, he was innocent, and the case was dismissed against him. And he continued. So I think that was his first contact with the lawyer, and that it inspired him. So I should have a child that will be a lawyer. As by that time I was not born. And so having gotten that inspiration through that negative contact, but turned out to give him a positive vision. When I was born, I don't know what he observed. I don't know what it was, but he said, according to him, I used to be very witty as early as 5, 6, 7 years. I used to be very witty. The things when I was making comments as a child, he would just look at me and say, this boy is talking as a lawyer. And then he now said, "You'll be my first lawyer." And I think that's, for me, I didn't know what lawyer was. So I started my primary school. I didn't have anybody. In fact, there was no lawyer in the whole of what I would consider my present local government. We didn't have any lawyer that you could say, this is the person that inspired you. So, but because my father spoke that into my destiny, I should say he spoke that into manifestation. He prayed for it, he wished it, he talked to God about it. And God made me a lawyer. I think it's because God honored my father's vision and desire in life, and he molded me into that vision that my father had of my being his first lawyer. And of course, now we have others, my younger brothers, that are following me, and they're all very good lawyers.
In our next episode, you will get to find out how this iconic lawyer started out as a member of two-gun shooting occupation.
So Dede taught me how to shoot guns, and I started shooting the then guns.
You will also get to know how he found out eventually that he did not belong there, and how he moved to discover who he actually is as a lawyer. Don't fail to join us.